just wanted to do a quick message. I realized that once we have these waves, this wave of spiritual, awakenings, and these waves of reading tarot cards, and these waves of, um, the metaphysical things and stuff like that, it's hard to, okay, in society, it's hard to try to shut a lot of things down when it is going viral. All right, when things are growing viral, like tarot cards, a lot of people are getting in tune with it or in touch with it or want to know more about it, whether they know how to do it or not. Because I started my tarot journey. Well, I've been into tarot since I was like 6. Had 8 balls. I had Ouija boards in my home. So since I was 6 years old, I was into the metaphysics and metaphysical things and stuff like that, and spirituality. Plus, my mother passed I found out she passed when I was about 6. So I always been, curious. So when things like this go viral in the world, it's hard for what y'all would consider the masses and stuff like that to just shut it down. And that leaves a lot of people with questions. Well, why can't we do that? Or why can't we do tarot? Or why can't we do this, that, and the third? And this is why, at the beginning of me reading tarot and my group of friends or, my family and stuff like that, I was shunned. I was attacked. Still trying to recover from 6 years of being attacked. But then they started selling it in my stores, convenience stores, 5 and below, tarot cards. Tarot cards you can't even get. I could never find tarot cards unless you go to Barnes and Nobles, big chain stores and stuff like that. So they started selling them in, 5 and below, really cheap, stuff like that. The books. Now, you guys have shadow books and, workbooks and stuff like that. But when I, went on the mainstream of doing this, I was almost killed. Especially coming from a background of being Muslim. But this was something that I had done before I even took my Shahada in 2009 as a Muslim. All right? So I took my Shahada when I was like, I had just had my first daughter, my first child. I had to be about 16 when I took my Shahada going into Islam. But prior to that, who I really am, who I truly am, my family, we had, as I said, Ouija boards in the home. I had my first toy. I didn't go buy Barbies at Rite Aid when I used to go to the pharmacy with my grandmother to get her blood pressure medicine and everything else. I was in there buying 8 balls and asking 8 balls questions and, little shit like that. So that's who I am originally. I don't give a fuck what you knew me as from 2009, but I believe 1996 or so is before 2009. So either get with it or get the fuck lost. And excuse me, people, when people catch on to a wave of something that has been out for, generations, been out for centuries, and it resurfaces back up, it's hard to shun a whole world. It's hard to shun a whole community. It's hard to shun, a lot of people. So people have to deal with it. People have to, accept them for who they are. But with my journey being what it is now, I was attacked. I was abused. I almost got killed. And I'm not about to let that go. I'm not about to let that be unjustifiable. It's going to be justified. Justice will come for me. But this goes to show those of you, my friends, family, or whoever, didn't believe at the time, didn't support me, what I was doing, because you want me to be who you believe I am, and tried to say that I was being something that I wasn't when I was doing this before you even knew me, before you even knew I existed on this earth. This is what it looks like when you shun someone based off of something that you believe is so cliche. It's not normal. It's so shunned. It's not acceptable in society. This is what it looks like. I feel sorry for y'all. But I'm glad to see people, you know, Five and Below sold out of the tarot cards many a times. You guys are buying your incense, you buying your candles, you guys are exploring your life, and I'm glad to see other people able to do that because I was not able to do that. I'm going all the things that I'm going through right now is because I decided to be my true authentic self. Even though people around me or in my friend circle was not, you know, looking into tarot, you know, doing shadow work, doing shadow, you know, books and stuff like that. None of y'all has lost your mother at a young age, so you cannot judge me based on the reasons why I went back to, you know, doing what I naturally do, which is be into metaphysical and, you know, spiritual things. I never met my mother a day in my life, so I've always been into that. And a lot of y'all probably forgot that about me. So it's not always about you. It's not always about fitting in your friend circle. It's not always about, you know, being able to click with you and, you know, fit in. It's always about when you have friends, when people really care about you, when people really love you, they accept you for who you are. They don't have to participate in the things you do, and they'll still love you. When I was in middle school, I ran track. My best friend, she played basketball. I would never pick up a basketball a day in my life, unless, you know, she asked me to and I was interested, and I say, all right, I'll play with you at gym. But we had different hobbies, and that's what people are. We're individuals. So if you can't be a friend or support you, even if you don't support your friend, you were never supposed to attack me, shun me, abandon me. I'm glad that this is actually a wave now. I'm glad that people are comfortable, like gothics and stuff like that. That shit has been out for centuries. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying yourself. I'm glad that this has opened the door for other people who are actually interested in reading tarot and being spiritual, and, you know, just even if it's just a phase, or if you guys continue to do it for the rest of your life. I'm glad that this door has opened. As far as my situation, as I said, I pray to God that justice is served in the situation for how I was treated, just for being my true authentic self. So that's the message that I wanted to put on here at this time. That was what was on my mind. Again, this your girl Got It Queen. Peace and love.